But his father and mother said to him, "Can't you find a young woman among your relatives or among any of our people? Must you go to the uncircumcised Philistines for a wife?" But Samson told his father, "Get her for me. She's the right one for me." So they're trying to steer Samson away from what they believe to be a bad idea, and yet they are not arguing, "Hey, honor the Lord by marrying one of your people, as is instructed in Deuteronomy, as is instructed in the law of Moses. Let's do that instead." They're not arguing, "Hey, don't marry an enemy of God's people, Israel," an enemy God predicted he'd liberate his people from and told his parents that before he was born. They don't even argue, "Hey, let's keep the vow, the Nazirite vow, because Philistines were considered unclean. And being married to one would also defile and make you unclean, so there'd be a violation of his Nazirite vow." They don't argue for any of those things. That Samson persisted in wanting this woman to be his wife, his heart set on getting what he wants. Oh, watch out. It says, "She's the right one for me." A more literal reading is, "She is right in my eyes." Samson saw her and went, "That's the one." And he had his reasons, and he was like, "This is the girl that I need to marry." But verse 4 tells us a really interesting thing. It says, "Now his father and mother did not know this was from the Lord, who wanted the Philistines to provide an opportunity for a confrontation." At that time, the Philistines were ruling Israel. Don't you love that he had to remind us that the Philistines were ruling Israel and oppressing Israel? The narrator, the writer of the book. It's really interesting. And it's interesting, it says, this is from the Lord who wanted to provide this opportunity for confrontation. You see, why doesn't Israel cry out to the Lord? Why isn't Israel saying, "God, we need a rescue. The Philistines are oppressing us." They're happy with status quo, it sure seems like. So much so that we have Samson willing to marry this enemy. You see, God cares more about his people and his plan and his will than we do. And he's going to make it happen even if we bull on ahead in our own way and in our own desires. God is going to accomplish his good will